In mid-May, Hunter Pence and the Giants played even against the Rockies through 5+ innings before Mother Nature had her say, and after 2 rain delays, the game was suspended. Today, these two NL West rivals go to work on Labor Day and finish what they started. It's the Giants and Rockies, and it's coming up next. We are coming to you from the Mile High City. We're in Denver, Colorado, as we get ready for Giants baseball. This is the completion of the suspended game that happened on May 22nd. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, my partner and I spent some time along with John Miller and Dave in Bruce Bochy's office before all of this started, and even the skipper was a little bit fuzzy on what he could do and what he couldn't do. And he said he'd get it all ironed out before this game started. And more than anything, Mike, it's going to be fun to watch how both managers try to figure this out.
With different people. I mean, consider this. There's no Brandon Hicks. There's no Tyler Colvin. There's no David Huff. I mean, those are all guys who were in the first game on the 22nd of May with the Giants. But the Rockies have no Troy Tulowitzki, no Carlos Gonzalez, no Michael Kadire, no Willeen Rosario. It's kind of crazy when you think about who's left to play. And we've also found out that everybody called up today, they're eligible to play. So stay tuned as we try and sort it out.
Might be the most fun we've had since yesterday at AT&T Park. All right, stay tuned. We'll take you to our Comcast Sportsnet studios for an update, and we'll do that right after this. This is the completion of the game that was suspended on May 22nd. The game 1 of this series will be right after this game is completed. And we do know now that it's going to be Jeremy Affeldt who is going to start out on the mound for the Giants. So Affeldt would be the man. We have no information about what's going to go on with the Colorado Rockies. We do know for a fact that Christian Friedrich is warming up in the bullpen, so that would lead you to believe that he will be coming in. On that May 22nd, when the game started, this was their lineup. It was Blackmon, Kadire, and we've highlighted Tulowitzki because Tulowitzki's spot is the spot that's going to be coming up here in the 6th inning, followed by Morneau, Arenado, Dickerson, Rosario, LeMahieu, and Barnes was a pinch hitter in this inning. So Kadire's gone, Tulowitzki's gone, and Rosario's gone. Those guys are all on the disabled list. Carlos Gonzalez also on the disabled list. That's 4. They're really top hitters. But I think the thing that we found out about this ballpark is it doesn't matter if you're wearing a Rockies uniform, you're going to get some hits in this park. So Affeldt is going out, and Andrew Susac, who was in the minor leagues when this game started, and he's going to be doing the catching because Bruce Bochy is going to double switch and put Buster Posey at first base. And now the Giants do indeed take the field, or at least some of them do. It looks like Eddie Feigner in
the king in his court.
Yeah, the king in his court. And
oh,
there's the king right there warming up. All right, here comes the other guys. Sandoval, Pagan.
Well, so let's take a look at the defense that the Giants will employ behind Jeremy Affeldt. It'll be from left to right, starting in the outfield. It'll be Blanco, Pagan, and Pence. In the infield, it'll be Sandoval and Crawford on the left side, Duffy and Posey on the right side, and Andrew Susac will be in the squad, putting down the signs. And he'll be putting down the signs for Jeremy Affeldt.
Yeah, so Josh Rutledge is going to pinch hit for Tulowitzki. And that's a straight up move. I mean, Wallweiss needed a shortstop. Rutledge is going to play that position probably in the second game. Kadire was the runner at first, so we're going to definitely see somebody else besides Kadire. And now it looks like it's going to be Charlie Culberson who's coming out. Are we like an uncharted territory here?
Well, this really is a weird deal. I mean, especially for Jeremy Affeldt. Now, he's a relief pitcher who's always used to coming into an existing game, sometimes to an inning where there's runners on. Well, he's doing that now, but he's starting a game. Only there's 2 outs and there's a runner at first. Now, doesn't get any weirder than that. But they're all in their places with bright, smiling faces, and here we go.
So it's Rutledge. Justin Morneau is on deck. 2 outs. Barnes led this inning off with a ground ball, then Blackmon grounded out, and Kadire singled. And now Culberson is picked off, and he's probably going to make it. He does. Culberson got a running start, and Buster Posey had to hurry, and you could tell that it was likely the throw was going to be late. That's a stolen base.
Yeah, Buster could not get the ball out of his glove. So just like that, another 90 feet. So I guess if you weren't into this game a minute ago, now you're in. And there still hasn't been a pitch thrown. But an RBI opportunity here for Rutledge.
Rutledge is 0 for 4 lifetime against Affeldt. And the big curveball's a called strike.
Take a look at the slide from Culberson going to the outside part of the bake, as you're taught. And he just does beat the tag, but he was safe.
The home plate umpire, by the way, is Paul Nauert. And this is lifted out of play. It's now 0-2.
Paul Nauert's one of the best pitchers strike zones in the game. Very big zone, very steady zone. You'll get lows, you'll get highs, you'll get corners on both sides of the plate.
It's Tumpane, Vanover, and Hernandez from first to third. And that'll do it. Rutledge strikes out, and we will head to the seventh. Here in Denver, it's 2-2. It's a 2-2 ball game, and this is the current lineup right now. It'll be Pagan, Pence, and Posey. Affeldt is in the fifth spot. Remember, that's or the cleanup spot. That's the double switch. Sandoval is going to lead off this inning. Then it'll be Duffy, Crawford, Susac, and Blanco.
On the hill for the Rockies will be the left-hander, Kristen Friedrich. Friedrich's in his second year at the big league level. He's 27 years old. This is what he has done. 0-3 with a 7.71 ERA, but do not let that fool you. Bruce Bochy was talking about how nasty Friedrich's stuff was when they saw him in San Francisco. It was low 90s with the velocity of the fastball, but two types of movement, big curveball and a slider and a changeup. So right now he's throwing with a lot of confidence.
So here's Sandoval. Sandoval in this game was 1 for 2. He doubled in a run in the fourth inning, and here he skies one into center field for Blackman. And on one pitch, the Pandas retire. And that'll bring up Matt Duffy. So Duffy steps up. And he's going to look at a strike at the knees.
That's a high three-quarter release there from Friedrich. good hard slider, back foot. So early on, I mean, Friedrich's come out with his gun smoking.
Crawford to follow. And that pitch is in tight as it rolls away from McHenry. Giants coming into this game with a record of 29-18. They're in first place, 3 games up on the Rockies. That was on May 22nd. Got him.
Yeah, another good hard slider at his back foot. Let's take a look at the Rockies defensively. Starting from the outfield, from left to right, it'll be Dickerson, Blackman, and Barnes. That's your outfield. Rutledge and Arenado on the left side of the infield. LeMahieu and Morneau on the right side. And Michael McHenry will be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Here's Crawford. And the pitch is low to Crawford with Andrew Susac on deck. Brooks Brown is in the bullpen getting loose. Crawford hits a high fly ball left center field. It's Blackman giving way to the left fielder Dickerson, and that's going to end the inning. So Friedrich does a nice job. We will head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Dealer. It's a 2-2 ball game. Tim Hudson, he started this game and he was in and out of trouble the whole game, and he did really a nice job of just kind of limiting the damage. Hunter Pence hit a home run in this game. 10 hits for the Rockies, only 5 for the Giants. This was the home run by Pence. It came in the 4th inning with 1 out off of Keenly. It's going to tomahawk it and hit it the other way. So I'm not sure how he did that, but I do remember now thinking, I don't know how he did that.
Well, we kind of say that a lot about Hunter Pence. We don't know how he did that.
That is a fact. So the hitter is going to be Justin Morneau. And Morneau is going to roll this one to Duffy, and Duffy will throw to Posey. So Morneau retired, and here's Arenado.
Now, one thing, Anfeld's got a little jump on that fastball. That last fastball got in on Morneau, who's got a pretty quick bat to the fastball, and it just blew him up. That was a major league saw job. A lot of Giants fans here. Nice crowd for Labor Day.
Yeah, very nice. So here's Arenado. Arenado in this game on base 3 times. Hit by a pitch in the first, singled in the third, singled again in the fifth.
You know, it's amazing. You look at these rosters, and you go back to May 22nd. We really, in time, not that long ago. But with a Major League Baseball team, that's forever and a day. I mean, these two teams have gone through massive changes with personnel.
Ball jumps on Crawford on 1 hop, 2 outs. Well, here's an example. The May 22nd game, suspended game, on May 23rd, Arenado got hurt, and he was on the DL until July 3rd.
With a broken finger.
So here's Dickerson.
Slight play to pull on the left side of the infield, straight away in the outfield, and he's got plenty of power.
And he swings for it, too. And that pitch is low and away. He's 0 for 2 in his career against Jeremy Affeldt. Yeah, this lady's going to use the Rockies t-shirt as head cover.
Hey, it works. Absolutely spectacular day for baseball, weather-wise.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And the weatherman tells us that it's going to warm up a little more each day. Gene Machi starting to heat up in the Giants bullpen.
One ball and 1 strike. And a curveball and a beauty. It's 1-2. McHenry is on deck. So Dickerson waiting patiently on Affeldt. And he taps it foul. Affeldt. And another one.
Take a look at that curveball that sort of buckled Dickerson. And one thing we've noticed about the breaking balls here in Colorado, curveballs will work. Sliders, maybe not so much. But that thing started off at his shoulder. And I think for a brief second there, he thought he was going to get hit by that pitch. That's how big the break on that breaking ball was.
Dickerson stays alive.
Yep, they got their unis on, got their good attitude strapped with them.
Ooh.
Good to go.
Into center field. Pagan coming in, and Pagan's going to make the running catch. And that'll end the inning. It'll be Susac to lead things off.
is brought to you by Big O Tires. Tires, service, straight talk. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Here it's a 2-2 ball game as we head to the 8th inning. And Andrew Susak's going to lead things off. Friedrich is still out there.
Giants fan brought his sign, packed it away neatly.
So here's Susak. With Blanco to follow. Susak had a nice game yesterday. So there were a few Giants that had a nice game yesterday. Susak went 3 for 5. He knocked in 3 runs. And he takes a strike on the inside corner. Blanco and then Pagan. And this is off the glove of Arenado, and Susak has a base hit.
Get one past Arenado is not the easiest thing in the world to do. But you have to hit it hard, and he did that very thing. You know, you taught me something a long time ago. You said the big guys with power, they hit harder ground balls.
Yeah, you think you got it, and it shoots by you.
Well, that's kind of what this did to Arenado. And Susak, he has good power. He's a strong kid. Just off the fingertips of Arenado.
Here's Blanco. Blanco batting for the first time, and this one goes foul. Tim Flannery running through a set of signs to Gregor Blanco. Blanco on this past homestand did some amazing things with his glove, helped the Giants win a couple of games defensively. And looked like a strike, but Blanco pulled the bat back. He went 1 for 4 yesterday. And he's playing a lot better baseball.
Oh, he's been fantastic. He's having really a nice second half. It's a tough bunt situation because you don't have a lot of speed at first base with Susak. And you have a very aggressive third baseman with Arenado, who has a tremendous arm.
And they get Blanco. Friedrich, for a second, looked like he may think about going to second.
Well, it's not the easiest thing to do, to bunt a ball down the first base line if you're a left-handed hitter facing a pitcher that has a natural cut on his fastball. Easier to go to left to the third base line. So the situation did call for the first base line, and Blanco does get it there, at least enough to where Susak could get to second, which is the whole idea. So a job well done there by Blanco.
So here's Pagan. Pagan 1 for 3 lifetime with a double against this lefty. And the pitch is a breaking ball in there for a strike. Romo now joins Machi. Susak at second. And a high fastball, and Pagan chases it. It's 0-2.
It's something you don't often see him do, chase it at balls out of the strike zone, especially up. If you're wondering about the outfield, you don't have much of an arm in left field. You got a great arm in center with Blackman, and you have pretty good arm in right field with Barnes.
And this goes to the backstop, and Pagan didn't notice it right away, but he is thrown out. Susak moves to third. And Hunter Pence will hit. And Walt Weiss is coming out. And this is pretty interesting. Ottavino's halfway to the mound before Walt Weiss got there. When it's time for a change, thanks Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts. In the 8th inning, Giants with a runner in scoring position, and the Rockies have a new pitcher.
Adam Ottavino, the new pitcher for Colorado. It's the 67th time he's coming to a ball game this year. 1-4 with a 3.66 ERA. But look at the strikeout, 65 in 59 innings against just 15 walks, and those are outstanding numbers. You're going to see a low to mid-90s fastball, more lows than mids, and a good hard slider. And he's got some sink.
So Susak now at third, and Pence at the plate. Having a runner at third with Pence is not such a bad idea with the number of infield hits that he gets.
No, you're right, and you know that Susak's going to get a good jump. There are 2 outs.
And Pence drives one to right, and it's going to shoot right past Barnes. Susak scores. Hunter Pence, stay hot. He's got a double, and the Giants take the lead. Pretty good crowd here.
A lot of Giants fans, based on that reaction. Let's take a look. They set an inside target. It just leaks out with a little cut on the outside part of the plate, and Hunter Pence makes him pay. Just ropes it off the wall in right center, the hot part of this yard.
So here's Buster Posey. And Buster on that first pitch fouls it back. 2 for 12 lifetime against Ottavino. So Susak leads the inning off with a base hit and eventually scores on the Pence double. And that's tap foul, so it's 0-2. Buster Posey had the day off yesterday.
Now he played a lot of consecutive days, but then on Saturday night, I mean, he took a foul ball right off his right arm in a real fleshy spot in it, and that was a deep bruise. Got hit in the knee, got hit in the ankle, got hit in the shoulder. I mean, he just got beat up. asked him last night, get on the plane, how you feeling? He goes, I needed the day off. I feel fine. I'm ready to go.
In the dirt, blocked by McHenry. It's 1-2.
But I think Saturday, with all the dings that he was getting, is this kind of baseball's way of letting him know you need a day off. And it was nice that he could take a day off, Giants' hottest hitter, and they still scored 15 runs.
16 hits. They had 19 hits on Friday. And in that game, Buster Posey went 5 for 5. Here it's 1-2. Tap slowly to third. Arenado is going to eat it. And Buster Posey's got an infield hit. And pitch hitting for Affeldt is going to be Travis Ishikawa.
Think about Buster Posey. You don't see him get many infield hits. And with Arenado playing way deep at third base, the swing and bunt could not have been placed any better.
So here's Ishikawa. Ishikawa has done a nice job since he joined the Giants. Bruce Bochy's used him in a lot of different ways. Here he taps it foul. And there was a time when the Giants bench having a hard time contributing. A lot of that changed when Travis Ishikawa became part of that bench.
Yeah, he gives you a good at bat, especially in these type of situations, because he's had at bats against most everybody in this league.
In tight. Pablo Sandoval's on deck.
Ishikawa has always been pretty disciplined in the strike zone. He'll make a pitcher work.
Right now trying to knock in Hunter Pence. And he's going to roll this one foul. It's 1-2. So Ottavino gives up the hit, and that run will be charged to Friedrich. Here it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Buster Posey kind of got caught off guard. A little flare to right, and it's going to fall. Buster Posey's going to put on the brakes, and now he's caught in between second and third, and Arenado's going to tag him out. So Ishikawa comes through. He knocks in a run. Buster Posey got a little bit too froggy rounding the bag at second, and the Giants right now take the lead. We will head to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 4-2 San Francisco.
limited edition bobblehead of Javier Lopez, strong supporter of the fight against poverty, and a game ticket to see the Giants take on the D-backs. Reminder, to receive this bobblehead, you need to purchase the special event ticket. So go to sfgiants.com/special events and check it out.
Giants with 2 in the top of this inning. They lead 4-2. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts.
New pitcher now for San Francisco will be Sergio Romo. 55th time that he's come in. 5-3 with a 3.96 ERA. Going to face some right-handers right off the bat. Michael McKinley, righty's hitting 165 off Romo. Travis Ishikawa stays in the game. He's at first base.
And a good breaking ball, and it's 0-1.
Remember, this is a ballpark that really is not that friendly to slider guys, and Romo is a slider guy.
Comes back with another one. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. DJ LeMahieu is on deck. Fastball 1-2.
At 90, that's good velocity for Romo. Usually high 80s.
This is McHenry's first at bat. It was Rosario who started this game.
Ooh. Just missed. Romo walked out after it. He thought he had it.
Romo sets right at the letters. Got him.
See ya. And that was perfect.
And here's LeMahieu.
Take a look at perfection. Susac sets that glove right there in the outside corner, right between the knees. And a strong-handed reception there by Susac to nail down the strikeout looking.
Here's LeMahieu. He's 0 for 3. Against Romo, LeMahieu, a couple of hits and 6 at bats. Bottom of the 8th inning. Game really's moved along. And tight, 2 balls and no strikes. Barnes is on deck. This might be the fastest moving game that we've had this year.
Well, it's good pace. Got a good umpire. You got pitchers throwing strikes. Got guys swinging.
There's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Outfield straightaway and deep. And that's just the way it's played in this ballpark. Don Baylor used to say it's not the hits that go over the outfielders' heads that kill us. It's the ones that fall in front of the outfielders. And then when he tried it and they moved the infielders in, and they realized that that didn't work either. So just kind of play it the way it's supposed to be.
But because of all the space, I mean, there's just a lot of area out there for base hits. You're always going to see high staff ERAs here for the Colorado Rockies.
Hit down the right field line. Pence will give chase, but that's going to be a souvenir. Romo having a little meeting with himself. LeMahieu doing the same thing.
He always steps off the mound and goes to his mouth. It's tough to get a little perspiration a day. It's pretty dry. So feel the ball. I mean, you're going to have to go to your mouth.
Skied into shallow center field. Remember, Pagan was playing very deep, and he's going to go a long way to catch that pop-up.
Well, fortunately, it was a big league pop-up, and it had a little hang time. You can see how deep Pagan is. And right here, I mean, he's just running a 50-yard dash to get to it. Outfielders like this ballpark, especially center fielders, because you got a lot of area to cover. They can run forever. Guys with good range.
Here's Barnes. Barnes with a big swing and a miss. Hawkins and Brown in the bullpen.
Trey Hawkins, the closer for Colorado.
Oh, and 2.
Well, the Giants had the Colorado Rockies in San Francisco. We saw Brandon Barnes in that series, and he was really having a problem picking up a slider for the right-handers. And you look at the body language of him getting in that box, and he's got a little bit of a grip going.
Off the end of the bat, and a base hit. So Barnes flips one, and now the hitter will be Blackman.
Just about 8 feet out in front of Duffy. A little 0-2 broken bat bloop.
Blackman is 0 for 3 with a walk. Ever since Jeff Kent, it's do not trust the guys with sunglasses at the plate.
Yeah, it's true.
And there's a bullet foul. Plus, Blackman looks like a spy. He does. I mean, he doesn't look like a spy.
Well, yeah. If I was a catcher, I definitely wouldn't trust him.
Of course not. Although, this is an observation.
Yeah, no accusations. These are not accusations. But he's got the mirrored sunglasses there, and what guys with mirrored sunglasses can do is they can peek to see where the catcher's sitting.
Well, we only know that because we finally asked Jeff Kent, and he said, yeah, okay.
I did. I peeked. If you look out of the corner of your eye in that batter's box, and you can see the catcher sitting on the outside part of the plate, well, guess what? You jump out there and look for something away. Or even a guy's shadow will tip where they're at. Get in that box, I mean, you don't have to strain your eye too much to see that.
Hit well into right center field. Pagan at the wall, and he puts it away.
Oh, my.
And that's the hot spot. And when it goes in that direction, you think, that's not good. It is this afternoon. We'll head to the ninth.
Reminder, when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. Brooks Brown, new pitcher now for Walt Weiss. He's in his 18th game. We had a chance to take a look at Brown in San Francisco, and he's got good stuff. You'll see mid-90s fastballs with two types of movement. He'll four-seam and two-seam that fastball. He'll give you a curveball and a changeup. 14 strikeouts in 16 2/3. And having more luck against the righties than the lefties. Lefties hitting over 300 against him.
Sandoval's going to lead it off. Joe Panik is now on deck. He would hit for Duffy. As the game progresses, we see more and more people come into the ballpark. So here's Sandoval. Sandoval was the first hitter for the Giants in the 7th inning. And he had a fly ball to center field. He takes in tight, 1 ball and no strikes.
We have a no-hitter today?
Yep.
A combined no-hitter.
No, they don't do that anymore, do they?
By the Phillies over the Atlanta Braves.
No. High to Sandoval, 2-0.
Cole Hamels started that ball game with 6 innings, and I guess the pitch count got him out. And the bullpen picked him up. A combined no-no.
Hit on the ground to LeMahieu, and Sandoval's retired. And that'll bring up Joe Panik. They're also telling us that Hamels walked 5, so that got him. But it's still, no-hitter's cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. Although it was in Atlanta, I'm not sure how many of the Braves fans were that enthusiastic.
Probably no standing ovations, I don't believe.
Just the trainer and the coaching staff.
Here's Panik. Panik hitting at 309, and he takes a strike with Brandon Crawford on deck. Swing and a miss. 0-2. So a little 93 action.
Got a little second stage hop to it too. Movement that runs away from the left-hander. Panik has got a nice approach that way. If he consistently gets a fastball on one side of the plate, he'll ride it to left field.
In the dirt.
But you made a comment earlier about the feel of this game. It feels like a B game.
It's weird.
Spring training B game.
Very weird.
Ready to just show up and start playing. It kind of messes up your pregame ritual.
Panik on the ground sharply to LeMahieu. Well, turn into the Murph and Mac Morning Show tomorrow on KMBR. And Mike will talk about the game with Murph and Mac. And I'll talk about the game with Murph and Mac on KMBR 680, the sports leader. Here's Crawford. We're going to double team those two tomorrow.
Yes, we are.
Here's Crawford. Crawford hit a fly ball to left. Actually hit it pretty well in the 7th inning, but Dickerson tracked it down. Was that a swing?
Yes, it was. Third base umpire.
I thought Angel Hernandez was tipping his cap to me. And it indeed was a swing.
There's Angel Hernandez.
Outside to Crawford. 2 balls and 1 strike. Giants 4. Rockies 2 here in the 9th. Outside to Crawford, trying to get Susac to the plate. "20 hits in this game, 9 for the Giants, 11 for the Rockies. And Crawford takes a strike, so that'll make the count go full to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Nice location with that 3-1 pitch. Really took away the hitter's count from Crawford because of the good location.
In a bit of an oddity, Hudson started this game, right?
Yeah.
Who's going to start the second game?
There's, what did Greg Papa refer to this day as the Twilight Zone?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It is got some oddities to it.
Here's Susac.
And he's hot.
And a base hit to open up the 8th. Scored the lead run. And Crawford back with a headlong dive. Gregor Blanco on deck. Should Susac extend the inning? And he takes a strike on the outside corner. Looking at some of the numbers, Sandoval coming into this game on the 22nd of May, hitting .222. He's made a little bit of a jump.
Yeah, I would say so.
Tyler Colvin was hitting .345. Crawford with his lead. He does not go. And Susac tardy, 0-2.
Santiago Casilla will be the pitcher in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Down low.
Although, if Susac knocks one out of here and makes it a 4-run lead, you might not see Casilla. But I think pretty much you're going to see him.
So Braun ready. He's at the belt, but not ready enough to throw it home.
Not any wind at all. You look at the flags out in center field above the scoreboard. They're blowing straight down. None wind.
Runner goes, and a swing and a miss, and that'll end the inning. Casilla coming in. 4-2 Giants.
All right, time now for our Honda Player of the Game, and we're going to say it's going to be Hunter Pence. Hunter Pence, a 2-hit game today, including his 5th home run in the 4th inning off Tommy Kahnle, who's on the disabled list, and the go-ahead double that he stroked in the 8th inning to give the Giants a 1-run lead. At the time, they would go on to take a second run, score another run, make a 2-run lead. But right now, we're going to honor our Honda Player of the Game, and that would be Hunter Pence.
All right, when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts.
New pitcher now for the Giants will be the closer, Santiago Casilla. 47th time that he has come into a ball game. Is attempting to get his 14th save of the year. He's got 13 and 17 opportunities, 39 strikeouts against 15 walks.
So here's Ben Paulson. And he takes a strike. Paulson 13 for 34. Spent most of his time at AAA. And those are his numbers at Colorado Springs.
Solid season.
And it's 0-2. On deck is Rutledge. Out of play down the left field line. 95 from Casilla. And they will share that baseball. Maybe.
Maybe.
0-2.
Not right now, though. A couple of innings.
Fouled at the plate. Joe Panik, after he pinch hit for Duffy, is now at second base. Giants have had 3 second basemen in this game. They've had 3 first basemen in this game. And a drive to right and a base hit.
Well, nice 0-2 at bat there from Paulson. And I think he's a natural low ball hitter, and he got a pitch down around the knees he felt very comfortable with.
So here's Rutledge. Rutledge struck out in the 6th inning. Here he takes down low. 1 ball and no strikes.
A healthy fastball there from Casilla at 96. Casilla knows how to pitch with the ground ball. Sliders, sinkers, he's got both.
2-0.
But right now he needs to throw a strike. Coors Field, nothing comes easy here.
That is a fact. On the ground, it could be a pair. Crawford to Panik. Panik to Ishikawa. 2 down.
Well, that's big for another way. Obviously, you get 2 outs, but now you don't have to face Justin Morneau with anybody on base, and that's a significant thing when you look at the type of history that he has had against Casilla. 6 for 12 lifetime with 3 extra base hits, including a home run. So that's a big pitch he just got from Rutledge. And now he can go right at Morneau with the 2-run lead.
And Morneau is going to tap this one over the Rockies dugout, and it's no balls and 1 strike. And Morneau cannot hold up.
I'm sure Morneau agreed with that call from Angel Hernandez.
Down the left field line and out of play.
And that was right to the glove. You saw the high target from Andrew Susac in the 0-2 count. They wanted the elevator fastball. And he humped up at 95. And Morneau, a good fastball hitter, was tardy.
If you go back to the 3-game series where it started on the 20th, Giants lost on a Tuesday. They won on Wednesday. This is tapped foul down the third base line. Remember, Matt Cain left the May 21st game. Remember, he left with an injury?
Yeah.
And the bullpen pitched great. Petit especially. Giants had the lead on the Tuesday, and the Rockies scored 2 in the 9th on a walk-off down low. So game 3 was one of which was going to win the series, and that's what the Giants are trying to do today. It's 1-2 to Morneau. And a base hit. Onage is Onage.
How important was that double play? Important.
Here's Arenado. So Arenado, who's 2 for 3 in this game. He's 1 for 6 in his career against Santiago Casilla. And a strike, and it's 0-1. Just off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike.
About a half the width of a baseball. That's how close that was to the strike zone. Set up on the outside corner. Just a bit outside.
Tap slowly. Crawford charging. Crawford's got it. And that's the ball game. Nice play to end the game. So the Giants win this one. It goes on their May record, and they go 20-9 in May. And more importantly, they tack on a win, and now a total win for the Giants. They're 75-62. So nice job.
Well, and a condensed version is to what they've been doing the last week. Good pitching, timely hitting, and great defense. I mean, they continue to turn it on, even in a Twilight Zone atmosphere here at Coors Field.
Very much so. Greg Papa loves these games. All right, final score, Giants 4, Rockies 2. Stay tuned. Esurance Giants postgame live. That's going to start right now.